This guy'll kill you to death inside of 3 rounds.
Yeah, he's just another fighter.
No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry. Hell, you ain't been hungry since you won that belt.
Sucker.
You got that right. Wrecking machine. I was tuning into InfoWars, and they were showing a clip from, I forget who put the clip up, but it was an advertisement that they were trying to soil the bad name of or excuse me, trying to soil Trump's name to make it bad. And I was looking at it and I'm like, this isn't bad. Like, whoever did this, and also the parties who tried to insult the Trump campaign, they're not too bright. Everything they do just seems to make things better for him. That ad, I thought it was an ad he did because it actually sounded good to me. He was showing emotion, he was showing passion, and he was being honest. Like, too many people, let alone politicians, are fictitious, liars, and phony to a certain degree. Well, really to a big degree. So I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, this guy's a wrecking machine. Like it hasn't even really gotten started yet. But we'll see once the GOP picks their candidate. And for some reason, it's really like he's in a fight, because every fight isn't a physical fight. You know, some fights are physical. The really hard fights are mental, right? So I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, well, so he's fighting, for some reason, he's fighting his party, which they're supposed to be a team, but they're not. They're all saying we need to get rid of him, but when he first came in, they were like, okay, you can stay. His percentage was, low, under the, I guess, the teens. And then he started to grow, and he keeps growing, and he keeps gaining momentum. And now they don't like him, and now they're saying they want him out, but he's supposed to be in the party or whatever, which doesn't make any sense to me, but I guess that's how it is, right? So he's fighting his party. He's fighting the Democratic Party already, because, they want to take shots at him. Oops, he's not going nowhere. Right? And he's also fighting, so that's 2. He's not fighting, he's taking hits from the Pope, the former president of Mexico, what are they called? I forget the name. What are they called? The media. I was going to come up with another word for it, but the quote-unquote media. The cartels, there was somebody else, because earlier I thought about it and I'm like, it was at least 7 people, but so far I got 6. And at a mental fight or a physical fight, like, how can you take on 6 people? Like, 2 people, okay. More than that if you're trained in some kind of form of martial art, whatever, but like, that's a fighter. You're gonna take that much opposition. Like, you deserve it. Like, everybody loves a fighter, whether it's physical or mental. You gotta fight, whether it's, even if you're not to that degree, trying to take up for, I don't know, a country, quote unquote. You gotta respect that. Win, lose, or draw, you gotta respect the fighter. So I respect that. I respect his honesty. He's your best candidate, no matter how you look at it, whether you're looking at it, I don't know, if you're looking at it from your own personal ideas, I don't know what your ideas may be, but if you're looking at it from the law, the Constitution for the United States of America, if you were to make a chart and say, okay, these are the candidates from every party, and here is the law, okay, who's at least saying that they're going to go with the law, and who's saying that they're not going to go with the law? He's at least, for the most part, for not all of it, but most of it, most of his, or all of his, the majority of his points are for the law. Your other candidates, I'm not going to say any names, but they're actually stating, which is, I guess that's honesty in itself, but they're stating how they plan to break the law, to not honor the Constitution for the United States, but make a chart, your own personal chart. I would go with the law and say, okay, this is what I want. This is my personal things that I want, or this is the law. Who's following it and who's not following it? From there, say, okay, well, obviously this person's the best candidate, right? But that's just my train of thought. But I wanted to come up here and take this hike because the ad, it was a really good ad where they were showing him, quote unquote, cursing or using foul language, even though we know the only curse word is damn. Everything else is just a word in the English language. And it was showing passion, and I'm like, how out of touch are the the people who made up the commercial ad, like how out of touch are they with, I guess, general population, I guess general people. Like, people use foul language. Like, right now, well, not now, earlier when I came up to the top of the mountain, I was like, F, finally. I'm gonna be politically correct to make sure this can get out to as many people as we want to see it. But I was like, F, finally, we're here. And I don't know, it's good to be here. It's good to be on top. Like earlier I was saying, I'll talk to you later when I make it to the end. But it's not the end, it's always the beginning. When you reach the end of a run, end of a mountain, end of a road, I guess you could say that's the end of that portion of, I don't know, your path. But it's not the end, it's just the beginning of something new. You just got to find out what's the new thing you're going to do and go out and do it. And you got to work hard. Like this is pretty hard coming up here, but it can be done. And earlier I was saying how you should stay on the path, which you should, especially when it's the alternate path is a dangerous path. It'd be different if it was just a longer route, but sometimes you could take the longer route, sometimes you could take a shortcut. But do it right, do it correctly. And yeah, when you follow the path, you follow the direction, this is where you end up, at the top, right? I was thinking I'd rather be around people who have the willpower or passion to work hard. Even if they don't know where they're going, they at least have the drive to get there. Like, I don't know, I was gonna, like today's my day off, I was gonna fall back, relax, maybe go to Tempe Town Lake or to Papago, but I was like, no, let's work hard. Let's just work hard today, because it feels good. And it also feels good to be around people who don't mind working hard to get the reward. Here's the reward. The top of Echo. I think, I gotta look it up. It's been a while since I looked at the details for this mountain, but I think it's the same height or it's above the height of the Empire State Building. So, you know I had to come up here. And I had to break out my put together banner for our president-to-be, barring anyone put together a plan for just massive voter fraud. It's done. It's a done deal. Again, without massive voter fraud. The numbers don't lie. Politicians lie, people lie, girls lie, boys lie. Numbers don't lie. So we'll see what happens. The year is already crazy. It's flying too. But we will see. So, you know, continue to fight in whatever you're doing, whether it's mental or physical. Continue to work hard. And when you find that path, that opening, that, I don't know, opportunity, take it. Whether it's the long way or the shortcut. As long as it's not dangerous, go with it. So, let's go get it. Go down and find another path, find another trail. Again, this is this is the end of Echo, but it's not the end of, I don't know, adventure. So with that, I'm gonna say peace.